Hello and happy Tuesday evening from Texas. Happy to see everybody. My guest tonight is running a little late, so he should be dropping in very shortly. So it's supposed to be Ryan Noble Ceccarelli. He's going to be joining shortly. Anyhow, so I'm happy that I'm here this evening and hopefully get to share guests with you. If you're stopping by, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. And I'd love to see you. So, anyhow, I don't know what's going on. So, a little bit about my day today, I guess. A lot of running around. I don't know how many of you know that I do have a day job along with coaching, and I'm active on LinkedIn. So ran home from work to get set up to do this live and to bring you a guest that I still don't see yet. Anyhow, it's good. So who's here? I see we have some watchers. So go ahead and post a comment. Let me know you're here. Say hello, where you're from. If you have any questions, do you know Ryan? Let's see how many people are watching that know Ryan. And I know I am live, but I'm not seeing anything. No messages. Okay. So, there he is. Let's get him in. Hello, Ryan.
Hey. And we're live.
We are live. We've been live. Anyhow. So,
Shoot, sorry. The cleaners just left. I'm so sorry. I'm bougie, so I bring cleaners in once every 2 weeks. Pinky up.
I just say we do it the old-fashioned way and we clean ourselves here, but
I clean myself too. I don't let it go for 2 weeks, Michele. Gosh.
I don't have anybody to come in after me and clean, is all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
So let's learn a little bit about you. What do you do?
Oh, former CPA turned marketer is what I tell people. So yeah, I actually I run a marketing agency out in the East Bay of California, in this small town called San Ramon. I don't know if you ever heard of it. If you haven't, shout out mom and dad. Love you guys. So I run a marketing agency and I promote mental health and other positive, I guess, messages on social media. So yeah, I have decent following on LinkedIn. I don't know how I got to so many people. You could probably relate.
We have a clue, don't we?
Yeah, maybe. So I like to tell people I'm an entrepreneur. Or I don't like to tell people I'm an entrepreneur, but I am an entrepreneur, I guess. I did create my own company. I work. Wow, 62 messages. Is this from your live event?
Yes.
Holy crap. So people just start messaging me.
I have it so you can see the comments. There's a little thing you can click so you can see the comments as well as me.
Wow. So that's why I can. Okay. So, hey, Lewis. Got it. No way.
Wait.
I need to figure that out.
I found it while I was waiting for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
so go ahead.
Well, let's give people a little bit of background because we just talked about, we know how you got to where you're at, and you probably know how I got to where I'm at, right? Yeah, because I don't know, a few months ago, maybe back in April, was it April? We connected somewhere around there. And you and I got on a lot of networking posts together, and we kind of worked the posts.
Oops. Yeah, we did. We were the moderators, literally.
Yeah. So basically, back in the day, a couple months ago, if Ryan was on a networking post, I was on the networking post. And if I was on a networking post, Ryan was on the networking post, right?
We were a great team.
We were a good tag team.
I would tag Michele in, and Michele would tag me in, and we'd be like,
yeah. So if you're interested in really growing your network, that's a little clue how to do that also. Work with some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good friends. Yeah, definitely.
So tell me, how do you serve others? So we know that you're a former CPA and you grew this marketing business, and we know you have a podcast, Noble Pod. Do a plug for that. Besides the business aspect, how do you serve others?
Yeah, so I serve others through basically, I mean, I would say, that's a good question, Michele. I would say training. I would say, I don't want to steal your fire, but cultivating and thriving, is something that like I like to do too. I know it's
I'll send you a bill. I'll send you a bill for that. Yeah.
You're like trademark infringement.
Yes, exactly.
No, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, Michele, you've coached me before, right? And the way you've coached me is kind of like focus on your strengths, right? Don't really worry about your past so much, and like basically think about your future, right? And kind of highlight those for you, for yourself. So I kind of like to preach positive change, and in my audience, there are the 3 R's that I like to kind of talk about, and that's reveal. So reveal your secrets, guys. There's no reason to hide your secrets. Reveal what you know, reveal your experiences, right? Relate. So relate to, your audience, or relate to other people with stuff you've been through, right? And then resonate with your audience, right? Resonate with the story. And if you reveal, relate, and resonate, then I feel like you can connect with your audience at a much deeper level. So, I mean, those are things like that I serve not even my like clients, but I serve my followers, kind of like doing that sort of approach, reveal, relate, resonate. And shout out to Dr. Joe. He's a PhD in theology, great guy. Went to, I think he's probably going to kill me if I get this wrong, but I think he went to North Carolina State, NC State. And got his doctorate. I'm going live with him in a couple weeks, but yeah, he kind of taught me that. And, he, great guy. And luckily I've been surrounded by great leaders like you, Michele, like, oh gosh. I mean, there are other great leaders on LinkedIn. I could probably go on for days about like their names, but I won't. Because there's so many. But yeah, to be honest, like LinkedIn is such a great platform to, really learn something new every day, connect with people, relate to them, and, share your both personal and professional story. So, I like it. I like it a lot. I just noticed in my background, I have a paper bag right by the furnace, and my great grandpa, old firefighter, would kill me, even though I've never turned that thing on before.
I'll let you know if I see flames. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally don't even know how to use it, which is funny because, like, I mean, luckily it's really hot in California right now, but yeah. Staying safe for the fires. Shout out to all Cal Fire, and I know I have friends and family. My grandparents are safe, family's safe. So, anyways, yeah. Does that answer your question in a very long-winded way?
I never expect you to say anything in a short, brief way.
So no, that's not me. That's not me.
So, but picking up on some of the things that you said, you mentioned connecting with your followers, which of course is a huge, maybe debate on LinkedIn. We have the people, there's big arguments about that. So tell me, how would you go and actually connect with your followers besides hitting that connect button?
Right. Besides literally hitting connect.
Right.
So what I do, to be honest, like I like to talk to them in the comment section. You know, like I don't necessarily accept everyone that I connect with. I only have, to be honest, 14,000 connections, and I have about close to 50,000 followers. And again, I'm kind of picky who I connect with. But if you're sending a positive message on all my posts, or on your posts, even if you're being personable, if you exuberate positive energy, I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to hit connect with you. And I will probably send you an invite, right? And I will probably personalize my invite when I do send it to you. Because I like to personalize everything. I probably am too personal, right? I like to say I wear my sleeve on my shoulder, and my mom's like, Ryan, like, cover up. She's like, you don't need to tell people that stuff, you know? Like, my dad's just like doesn't say anything to anyone. So, you know, for me, like, I'm kind of in between them, right? Like, so, like, you know, I do like to say I wear my sleeve on my shoulder. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, be vulnerable, you know, like open yourself up on LinkedIn, because most of the time people are good people on here. You know, like at the end of the day, I've never met someone who's been like super, you know, trolly. I just made that word up. Super trolly. If you're being a troll, you know, you're probably going to get banned on LinkedIn, guys. Just straight up, like, they have great, I don't know what they do. I don't know why LinkedIn's different from Facebook, but like, you know, they have a good system where like you can't really troll on here that often.
Have you been in the DMs? Yeah.
Okay. You are, you know, female, so for me, I'm a male, you know, so it might be different. I don't know. I hear horror stories though about like how, like, I mean, luckily my mom doesn't get, if someone went after my mom, I would be like, what? I'm getting you. But yeah, like, to be honest, like I've been lucky with, like, I get some DMs that are weird. I get like winky face DMs and like the kissy face. I'm like, dude. I'm like, first of all, you're like a grown man. Second of all, like, hello. Not that I, you know, yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So like connecting with people for me is all about, you know, being honest, opening up, wearing my sleeve on my shoulder, and you know, like just relating on a level that is more personable and relatable than just copy and pasting a message, right? Or copy and pasting something in a comment, guys, is not going to, if you really want to connect with me, right? Do not copy and paste me. Or if you do copy and paste me, make that some straight copyright, because like, I like, you know what I mean? Like be like a, because I do get some pitch emails, like, and I don't know how people get my email addresses, Michelle. It's creepy, but like some people get my email address and they send me some cool pitch emails. So I'm like, this is cool, man. Like, teach me your ways, or woman, like, teach me your ways, you know? Like, I'm like, this is a really good email. But other people like copy and paste, and it's just like, click on this link, download this, you know, like, sign up for my thing, like, blah, 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 buy this Forex, buy this Bitcoin. I'm like, do not sell me Bitcoin. Like, I'm not buying. I'm a cash guy, cash investments all day. I do not.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be hitting you up for $5,000 tonight. Watch.
Oh my gosh! Probably just because I said the word Bitcoin, right? Jesus, sorry.
Yeah, but there's other ones that are looking for funding. They need help. They want you to feed the children, their village. They're out of work, and $5,000 seems to be the magical number. But yeah, I've been asked at least 3 times for $5,000. Anyway, I don't know where they see that I have
That's
it.
a lot of money.
Yeah. Anyhow, and then they get upset when I tell them where they can find a job. But
yeah, actually, the nice person that says find a job here. See, for me, I just say report block. So
yeah, but what I do hear you saying is, if somebody sends you a nice creative email, you're gonna bite.
I am gonna bite.
So anybody who wants to sell to Ryan.
Oh God, what am I doing?
Should I put your email address
I
up?
could change my settings to private right now, because I know I'm going to get like 80 spam emails because of this darn live.
Yeah. I love the ones that I get. It's bad enough you get the DMs, but
yeah,
I only get a couple of sales, because that's one reason why I don't put my phone number up there. Because
no one knows my phone number. Yeah,
right. I have it if you want it, DM me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Michelle.
It's good for ratings, right? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so I get a couple of business propositions with my email because I have my business email on there. Because let's face it, clients need to contact you, right?
Right.
But the I'm going to say Tinder requests shock me.
Tinder
Using
request?
my email and saying, "Oh, I hope this isn't inappropriate." I'm like, okay, it's inappropriate,
Yeah.
right?
If you preface, I hope this isn't inappropriate, you're about to say something inappropriate. It's like saying no offense, but here
Right.
comes the offensive thing. Like, it's like, yeah. No, I despise Tinder. That's a whole other topic, but that's just my thing. Or it's not my thing, I guess. It is just not my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry that you get, those requests on LinkedIn, because you think LinkedIn too is just such a professional website, right? Like
Yeah.
any social media, right? I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But I have to say, I watched a presentation today, and it was about social media, and it's actually a presentation about social media in the church industry. And there's a guy who he's got a whole website, but you have to have it Google translated because it's not in English. But he does graphics. So the presenter shared this other man's graphic about what are the most popular platforms for social media, and he updates it every year. Tinder, number one.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah,
Is
watch
it
your mouth.
really? I know. I almost said the F word there on live. Woo.
I will have to block you.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
don't cuss, guys. I don't cuss. Wow. Tinder's number one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you want to get on that. I don't know.
Maybe I suck. Maybe Ryan's wrong. I just made a Facebook page in January of this year. So, I mean, I am so late to the party. I didn't have Instagram until January. I Twitter in like July or June last year. Like that's when I made my Twitter account. To be honest, I'm new to social media still. Like I'm still learning, but I mean, the cool thing is like, I think anyone can learn it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that's why, I'm a huge proponent on, positive change and positive mental attitude and like benefits and positive ways to help your mental psyche using social media rather than the negative. Like, and, I was just finished grad school. My little brother's in grad school, right? Or my younger, he's taller than I am. So my younger brother is in grad school right now. And like, I like to, I mean, he doesn't even use social media. He's on TikTok sometimes to watch like funny videos, and all his buddies and him are on Twitter. And I like see what he likes sometimes, and I'm like, dude, like that is interesting. Like to be nice, right? He's like 6 years younger than I am, so like he's got a whole nother generation below me, and my older brother is 4 years older than I am, so he doesn't even know what TikTok is. My older brother's like, what's a TikTok? I'm like, sorry, Dad, or I mean Josh, like Dad, like, because my parents don't know what any of like that stuff is, and I just make fun of him and call him old man Josh. And he gets mad at me because his hairline's receding. And I'm like, I got grandpa's hair, so I'm good. My grandpa has a full head of hair. It's funny. Like, but my dad's side doesn't. My dad's bald. So like my brother got my dad's hair. My older brother, me and my little brother got my grandpa's hair, my mom's side. So, I always make fun of him, and my little brother makes fun of my older brother for being too old. And then luckily I'm not there yet. So I just gotta stay below my older brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
So that's okay. So talking about social media. So
Yep.
Today, since you were scheduled to be on, I went in Google and typed in your name to see what Ryan's up to.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a lot of time because I was working, but so we know that you are on Facebook, you are on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on LinkedIn.
I'm everywhere.
That's what I'm getting to. And you have a podcast, right?
Yep.
So if you started most of it just these last couple months, how do you manage it all and still work?
Yep. So to be honest, I do a bad job. I suck. No. So yeah, so I get hundreds of DMs a day, guys. So if you're DMing me and I don't respond, I'm so sorry. I try to block off time to get back. You know what I mean? Like I used to do a podcast every day, and I realized that like I'm just hearing my own voice. I'm just listening to my own voice. So like I don't really like doing that. So for me, honestly, managing my schedule with a calendar is the best way for me to do it. Like if you get on my calendar, I'm gonna be there. Like I'm sorry for being late today. My cleaners were here. I literally was like pushing them out of the house. I was literally like, please leave. Like, please leave. But like, you know, normally I block off anywhere from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the day. And then I even work Saturdays. I do 9 to 5. But Sundays for me are church days. So I try not to work Sundays. You know, and at the end of the day, like I also feel like I need to have time to myself, you know, for my own mental psyche. I need to have at least one day. My grandpa, who my dad's dad, who I never met, he would always play poker on Sundays, and that was his thing. And he'd work 6 days a week, and he'd go to church on Sundays and stuff. And so I kind of like block off Sundays for church, for if I want to do prayer, if I want to do family things. I always have family dinner on Sundays. So to be honest, if you want to reach me, you know, or get on my schedule, I'd say the best thing to do is, you know, go to my website or go to my Calendly, calendly.com/noblepod plug. That's my calendar. It's my public calendar. I'm pretty open. I'm pretty open to like, to meeting with people, at least for discovery calls. And, you know, if you want to be on my podcast, my only rule is like have a topic, you know what I mean? Like have some sort of, I mean, I know I'm pretty bad at this, but like have something you want to talk about. Right. And then, you will be, I mean, most likely you're going to be on it. I have a podcast. I have a live show on Wednesday with a great guy who's supporting ALZ, so Alzheimer's. You know, he wrote a great book, Before the Ashes Fall, and then that's now being translated into a movie. So I'm going to go live with him on Wednesday. Or I don't think. Okay, Michele, question. How hard is it to get live on LinkedIn? How hard is it to like get viewers? For me, it's so hard. Like I feel like I suck at it. Like,
well, I can see it looks like we have 6, but
exactly right. You have 50 something. You have what, 57,000 followers?
You know, I think I think that you know, timing is an issue. Like I have a lot of international friends that are sleeping right now that would be on it, and they'll come and watch the replay. I'm not so worried about how many people are on live unless they're doing an interactive. Like if I'm by myself, it gets a little awkward because
I realize
like you, I can only talk so long. Yeah.
I will talk to myself for like hours, guys. Not crazy.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Great.
Anyway, yeah. So like, you do follow Mayan Gordon?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So she's awesome. So I was watching one of hers and one of her broadcasts, and she says, go live daily, even if it's only 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah. Now, I know she has her own business and it's, you know, not a brick and mortar store. So I think she has a little bit more flexibility. But when I heard that, I'm like, that's my goal. And then I'm like, well, as long as I have a regular job and trying to do coaching and all this other stuff, how am I going to fit that in and have viewers? Right. Because I think you have to be a little bit regular. I know she does the live at 5 and then, but I mean, she goes every day. So she's got
live at 5.
Don't take it. It's hers.
Oh man. Live at 5. I love that. I'm going to
No, I got one for you. I'm a bore at 4. There you go.
I'm a bore at 4. Woo! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Michelle, I
So,
just want to say, I love your background, by the way. That is a beautiful picture. It's a
isn't it?
beautiful picture.
My
Yes.
daughter's boyfriend gave that to me. I love white
Wow.
tigers. He actually,
He's
I
a
have
keeper.
a lion. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's not,
You're like,
he's not watching,
I'll
so
be
I
the
can
judge
say
of
that.
that.
Yeah, that's right. He's a good kid, but to me
Yeah.
they're kids, even though they're in their 20s.
Oh, gosh.
They're
My
in their
mom
young
calls
20s.
me kid. My dad calls me man, though.
Ah, that's because he has expectations.
I know. I'm just kidding. I want to be a kid for my whole life. So if you call me kid, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
So anyway, I'm still pretty new at the live, so I think it's
Yeah.
going to take a while to get a regular following, and then
Yeah.
you really. That's why I try to do at least one day's promotion to let people know, and then hopefully.
Yeah, promoting it maybe might be the way to go, right?
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to share and help promote, but
I
you
didn't
failed.
post today. I didn't post today.
I
It was
noticed.
a
I
weird day.
looked.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
I
looked.
didn't post. So I do that sometimes. I have random days where like gosh, I don't know if the algorithm doesn't like me, but like I just don't feel like posting. And then, I mean, I should probably get better at it, to be honest, because I do get messages sometimes from people who like, if I don't post every day, they say like, "Hey, Ryan, didn't hear from you this morning." I'm like, "Oh, whoops! Like, was I supposed to like message you? Like, who are you?" But most of the time, they're just saying like, "I check in on your posts every morning," and so maybe that's something I need to get better at. Just posting every day, every morning. Because another thing I do, or I don't like to do, is like just bombarding your feed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to post more than 3 times in a day if I do post, because like, oh, gosh, I know I just see like, and I can see people with like 300,000 followers that they just post like 8 times a day, and I'm like,
What are they?
what do you mean?
You know what I mean.
You know?
Are they posting?
I don't think they're posting. I think they're paying
Exactly.
people.
Exactly. So is it really their content? Because let's see how many haters I can get today.
I know, right? You're gonna piss some people off.
You know what though? It's
Careful.
true though, because you see, and I see other people posting about it. My son just sent me a video. Okay. Anyway.
On your other screen or whatever.
And I got my notification just popped up for Facebook.
Got it.
So it'll be my granddaughter's probably. But you see other people posting and they're similar. They're similar posts. You see how many people say, "Hey, hiring managers, don't require experience."
Dear hiring manager.
Yes. And like there's all kinds of people that post it, or it's the same motivational
it's the same
stuff.
gang post. Yeah.
Yes. Recycled amongst several people, and then the people that post multiple times a day, and it's I don't know, the same stuff. And I know I'm not totally original, but I try to be authentic.
Yes, you are authentic, Michelle.
And I only post there's I know specifically one time, and I don't remember exactly what it was. You know what? Rob Sharkey.
Oh, I love Rob. Rob's amazing. Rob is amazing.
He is amazing. Sometimes I'll post something and then I'll read his later, and we're like on the same wavelength. And I'm like, are people thinking I'm copying him?
Oh.
I worry about that.
Yeah.
But he's got great stuff, but I'm not using it.
He always uses that picture. I'm always like, "Oh, it's Rob." Like, I love that picture because he just has a very friendly, like, he has a friendly face. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want his face. I'm like, dude, you're a good looking dude. You're a good looking dude. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, Rob's awesome. No, I don't think, Michelle, honestly, like, your material is always original when I see it, to be honest. Like, I'm never I never, because you're right, people recycle posts. I feel like I see people recycling posts, and I'm like, come on now. I've already seen this post 8 times. And if you tag the original, the OP, the original poster at the bottom, that's one thing. But I mean, still, even if you do that, it's the same dang post. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't Okay, just to give you a little bit of background, right? So if you speed scroll LinkedIn, right, and you write a text post, technically you get a view if that post is viewed for 1 second. Okay, so when people are speed scrolling on their phone, like just using the thumb, speed scrolling through, you get a view on a text post if you get viewed for 1 second. Video and picture posts actually have to be viewed for 3 seconds in order to get a view or an impression, right? So, you know, for me, I don't really care about how many views I get in a post because, like, at the end of the day, I mean, I do care, but like, I don't freak out about it anymore because at the end of the day, like, I realize, like, okay, you could just copy and paste a post and then someone could just speed through it, you know what I mean? And just like look at it for a second and just like, then you get a view, right? So for me, like, it's just, you know, I've been a little bit more intentional with like my content because I've realized, like, you know, intent is more important than just like getting stats. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers to me aren't as important. They just aren't. And that actually took me a long time to figure out. And that's why I didn't post today, because I kind of was like, you know what? I don't really care about today. Today's Tuesday. Tuesdays suck. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah, but your network would have known you were here.
I know. I should still post at least once a day. I think that's fair. And to be honest, like, if you're getting new to LinkedIn and you're a brand new member, you should probably post once a day. Because that's, I mean, don't you think? Like, or
but when you say post, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna share this that somebody wrote?
No, I mean an original post. So to me, it took 3 months to get the courage to write a post, right? Like, it took me 3 full months, and then finally after 3 months, I was like, hello, or LinkedIn, or I don't even remember what my first post was, but, you know, like, I finally made my own post, and, you know, that to me was like really cool. But at the end of the day, I mean, literally at the end of the day, I was still like, okay, what do I need to do differently? What do I need to learn from it? And things like that. So, I mean, whatever you do, you know, don't just repost other people's posts. You know, that's what I did for the first 3 months. I just would reshare them and like I wouldn't even say anything at the top. And then for me, when I see reshares, I'm like, who most of the time I'm like, who is this person? Why are they resharing my posts?
Wait a minute. Stop.
Yeah. Stop. Okay.
You can say that. Anybody who wants to reshare any of my posts, please do.
Oh,
because you know what that does.
What does that do?
It extends your reach. It tells LinkedIn that more people are interested and they'll push your post out more.
Okay.
Now, as your own content and you do nothing else, don't do that. Don't post it as your content. But if something really resonates with you, share it.
Okay. So question to you then, Michelle. What's the most reshares you got on a post?
Oh, it's not that high.
Mine too. See, mine is like, I got 40 one time.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that high.
See, I hear people getting like 2,000 and like, I'll see it.
What is the post? What is the post?
It's like a video. It's like a viral video that they
it's not theirs.
found on TikTok. Yeah.
Who cares?
It's like not even,
True. It comes back to, why are you on LinkedIn and what is your goal with your content?
Yeah, true.
Is it to get lots of people to like other people's videos? Then you're doing great. honestly,
no,
right?
That's literally what it, yeah.
If you're on a business platform to make professional connections and gain clients, then it's not as important about your likes, and even engagement is way better, by the way, anyway, and not just great posts. I agree. Yeah, like an actual comment.
Yeah, real comments, not like let's connect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, say something that, like, if you and on my post, if you leave a memorable comment, 1 second, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze.
God bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, if you leave a memorable comment once, I will remember you. If you do it enough, I will never forget you. Okay, like if you know if you do that, even if you leave a comment with a memorable emoji or something, like I like emojis. My emoji's this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if you notice it's this and this because I'm like, thank you. Whoop, whoop. And I'm always like, if I ever like, because I mean, this is, praying too, and thank you. And so many people and so many like different cultures do this and bow and stuff. So I feel like it's a very universal good hand signal, and, I mean, don't just go to preface, don't just go on people's posts and just do this, like the thumbs up, because then people are going to be like, okay, cool.
Yeah. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I know, right? I normally respond to that, like 100, like cool. You know what I mean? Like back at you. Like
so if somebody engages on your posts and with real engagement, insightful comments that you like, what does that cause you to do?
Honestly, it causes me to first of all view your profile. Like I'm literally gonna view your profile. I would do it publicly. I'm not afraid. I don't know. Some people are afraid of viewing people's profiles because then they can see, like, because then people can see that they viewed them. I don't care about that at all. I'm public. Yeah. I put my full name. I put my picture. Like, I literally would prefer people to think I'm stalking them than for, you know what I mean? Like, I literally want people to be like, oh, who's this guy stalking me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because to be honest, I will get in a like viewer war where like I view you every day and you view me and I view you and you view me. Like, that's fine. I just won't poke you because there's no able like I don't think you can poke.
Hold on a second, because you're cracking me up. Yeah. Because number one, you can find Ryan's email. You can send him an email. You can send him a poke via email. You can DM him emojis. He's asking to be stalked.
Just don't send me inappropriate pictures or videos, okay? That's all I'm saying. I will be mad at you, and I will get you mad, or I will get you banned. Words are fine. Words, I'll just block you if it's inappropriate. But
here it comes.
Yeah, no.
Maybe not tonight. When people watch the replay, then
people watch the replay. Yeah, no, honestly, if everything Michele just said, do it. You can do those things. I will probably respond with a smile on my face because I can't be negative as possible. Just can't be.
Okay. So if they leave you insightful comments and engage, you're going to look at their profile and you're probably going to look at their activity, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see. Okay. When's the last time they posted? You know what I mean?
Yes. And then are you going to look at their posts?
Oh yeah, for sure. I normally give them a like. And I put my little brand up there, like sometimes I'll give them a great post, like, and to me, like that, like it, like, I love that when people, even if you just say great post on my post, I'm like, yeah, I get a little endorphin, like, rush. I'm like, even if you have 500 followers or whatever, 200 connections, I don't care. I don't care how many connections you have. It doesn't mean like if you have like 3 and you put Forex Bitcoin trader in your name, I care. But like, you know what I mean? Like if you like have 50, if you have 200, if you have 200,000, cool. If you put great post, like to me, I'm like, yeah, you're spreading positive vibes, bro. Or like sister, you know what I mean? Like I like that. So, you know what I mean? Like I also too, like, oh gosh, I am a big proponent of like paying it forward. And you're never too, I mean, I made a post about this the other day. You're never too successful to be nice. You're never too successful to be on time. You're never too successful to find your winners. You know what I mean? Like, I know, right? I say that.
Number 2.
I was 10 minutes late, literally. But yeah, like, sorry, got a little bit of my allergies have been terrible. The fires here have been just like the ash. It like gets all the dust in the air, and I turn my AC on and I can't even breathe. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, does that answer your thought?
It said a lot. So we'll see what kind of comments you get tomorrow.
I know.
But when we communicated earlier yesterday, or the other day. Maybe it was before yesterday. My days run together. I had
Oh, me
asked
too.
you, yeah, I had asked you, what kinds of things you want to touch on. So far we've touched on almost none of them.
I know. What is it? It was a
So,
mental health, college student voices, and what was the third one?
yeah, it's hard, isn't it? But see,
It's hard.
I have notes.
Yes.
Professional
Yes.
development. So, what
Professional.
do you have to say? We got to add value to these people. We want
Yes.
them to come and know that they're going to get something. Otherwise, I'm going to lose all my viewers. So,
Your
I'm going to
followers are gonna
say,
get grow legs and walk away.
Ryan did it. That's right. Oh, yeah. So, what do you have to say about mental health? What did you want to share?
Everyone struggles with mental health, guys. Every human being on this planet struggles with mental health. Um, you know, to me, going through it alone is the worst thing you can do. Um, you know, I am a huge proponent that every single person at one point in their life, um, or maybe through their life, needs therapy, right? And I don't mean that like you should go out and get a therapist. I don't think that. I think you can get spiritual therapy. I think you can get medical therapy. I think you can get. I think you can get. All sorts of therapy. You can get physical therapy. You can get any sort of therapy that helps you kind of recalibrate your mind, because we live in a world where you're supposed to work for 40 years of your life and then retire and then like maybe live another 20 years and then that's that, right? Where like I don't know if that's necessarily true. I know people creating businesses and like making names, being entrepreneurs at 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I know people keep walking outside my house and I see like the shadow. So it like makes me like, what? Like get paranoid. So, for mental health, it's really, really important to not struggle alone. And if you ever do have those crazy, scary thoughts, which I have, I consider myself a mental health survivor. Um, you know, go figure out someone or some place to talk to them about it. Like for me, I talk to I have a licensed social worker that I talk to. Is a great guy, great guy. And I also have a minister that I talk to through my church, who's great guy. And I also have a sister-in-law who's a nurse and dietitian that like I can talk to about anything, which my brother is like super happy about and stuff. So, I mean, in terms of mental health, I'm just really proud of where I've come in my life, and like I just am a huge proponent on spreading mental health awareness. And like again, you're never alone. If you ever need to call someone, like I mean, shoot, I know we joke about like how you have my phone number, Michelle, and like I don't give my phone number out to everyone, but like if you think I know, right? If you think, I know, where's this going? Shit, Ryan. If you think you're gonna like hurt yourself or anything like that, like like there's suicide hotlines out there. They're like
Mm-hmm.
great. I mean, seriously, they're great
Yep.
resources for free. And if you ever need a suicide hotline and you DM me that, I will absolutely give that to you. I make posts about it. I have like, I have used it. I have, like all of these things. And, I just, oh, my AirPods just turned on. What the hell? Are they listening to me? I got the new AirPod Pros and they literally listen to me. It's so weird. It's like they listen to me when they're not in, and I'm like, they're in the case. Stop listening to me, Apple. I feel like it's Apple. Ever since that update, the new have you updated your phone, or do you have an iPhone by chance? Or
No, I'm a grown up. I have an Android.
oh my goodness! I have an Android. I have an Android operating system computer, but and a watch, a smartwatch. But like my phone is iPhone because I turned to the dark side and I can't go back. You know what I mean? I also live down the street from Apple, so like I have to like support my local business somehow, even though they're taking over the world.
Okay.
Yeah. To end the segment on mental health, iPhones, AirPods listening to you.
But you know everything does, because Google on the Androids on your computer, because I'll be at my day job and I'll be searching for something, and I have everything's connected, right? Because I go on Facebook there, because I manage the Facebook for them and all this, so everything's connected. So when I come home and I'm scrolling and I get advertisements for stuff that has to do with work, yeah, they all know. They know where you've been.
They freaking
They know where they know everything.
They know everything. They're tracking your location. They're tracking your Google searches. They're tracking your. They even track. I heard they track your YouTube and your Facebook and your like LinkedIn. Like, let's say you search someone on Facebook or a company. I heard they can track like that search bar, which to me is like, what? So like you can see when I stalk people on Facebook and LinkedIn, like that's not fair. That's my tracking.
That's so when they bring charges against you, they already have evidence. Yeah.
Well, that's not only Facebook tracking, that's the FBI.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to conspiracy theories. Okay.
Yes. Woo! Let's go. Area 51. No.
Yeah. So from all this chatter about mental health, obviously, if you're feeling desperate, call the hotline.
Call the hotline.
Don't wait.
It is not. Yeah.
I know that sometimes if you're suffering that bad, they're not going to call. Somebody needs to step in. So before it gets to that point, which is probably the best way to stop it, what do you recommend? I know, because you've talked about all the people you talk to, and I know it helps me. Even my family can tell you if I'm having a bad day, they'll hear my story. Every one of them will hear my problem, right? So it's important to have somebody that you can talk to that can listen and not just tell you what you need to do, but can really listen to you. What else do you recommend to help keep your mind healthy so you don't get to that point?
Yeah, absolutely. Exercise, to be honest. Get up and move your legs. Exert energy, guys. Like, and I don't even mean like go out and like do a lift or like run 5 miles. You don't even need to do that. Literally just walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a 15-20 minute walk, seriously, for me, like changes my mindset. It changes my my outlook. It just like getting fresh air. I mean, I know it's hard right now with fires, and I mean, I know this is just California, or I think Oregon is kind of struggling too right now, but it's hard. Washington, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting hit, but you know what I mean? Like if you can go outside, even with COVID, wear your mask. That's fine, no big deal. Get some fresh air, and you know what I mean? Like it. If you really have to, like I like to just pull my mask down, just take a deep breath outside, get some of that fresh energy, like that trees, those trees, they literally exert oxygen out so you can take it in as a human, and science, you know what I mean? Like science, so it's got to be good for you. You know what I mean?
Well, the sunlight, the vitamin D is very good for you.
So it is.
So if you can walk in the daylight, that's better. And if you can't, sit by a window.
Yeah.
Right. That's not covered with blinds or curtains. Open it if you can. The other thing that we learned, because my mother-in-law had Alzheimer's, and when we visited him, the one thing he did say is you need to exercise, because it increases oxygen levels in your brain, because it increases blood supply that carries oxygen. Mm-hmm. And the oxygen will help you maintain your memory and your brain working. So even at a young age, yes. So at a young age, it's important to exercise to keep your brain healthy.
Got it.
And as we get older and lazier, we need to move more.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Funny. My dad is getting better shape than I am, and I feel like a lazy bum because like I just got a gym membership. So I just got one, and it's been 6 months since I've worked out. And well, that's not true. I worked out last week on Saturday, and then I did again on Monday. So two days, not 2 days in a row, but like 2 days. Whoop, whoop. So I need to work out again on Wednesday. But yeah, like for me, like working out is big, and you don't even need a gym membership. Again, like you just said, Michelle, like getting the vitamin D, and getting the sunlight. You know what I mean? Like so huge, so huge.
Okay, awesome. Now, promoting student voices, college specifically, you mentioned.
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that?
Yeah. So promoting student voices. Everyone has this idea that LinkedIn isn't for students, right? Or isn't for people with no experience. And I think that's bullcrap. I think you can totally do it if you have, 0 years of experience and 0 skills. Like I do think you need, in the world we live in, you do need some sort of degree because it's just a prerequisite, right? Like, I mean, you don't necessarily need a degree, but some sort of certification, some sort of license, something that like proves, it's like proof of concept, right? If you're building a business, like you need some sort of proof of concept that you know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have that, like, and you're trying to grow and find a job and all these things, like, and you're a student, and you, even if you don't have that yet, but you're a student, I promote, students all the time. Like I get students, I get people who want to be interns for my company. And normally I tell them, well, I can't pay you and I don't feel comfortable not paying you. So I don't want to do that. Most of the time they're like, I'll volunteer. You're awesome. And I'm like, oh, thank you. What can I say? Just kidding. No, but, like most of the time, like for me, like, I'm like, how about this? How about I help you grow and we work together because I was there. I was there literally months ago, 6 months ago. I was in grad school. It took me 5 years to get into grad school after postgrad or after undergrad. But, I did it and, I finished it and it was great. Expensive. Too expensive, but, I absolutely believe in higher education too. So like I believe in finding purpose, right? And finding your credo, and I think there are so many students out there in just post grads, that really know what they're talking about and are experts and have all these degrees and stuff. But I just don't want them to lose the greater picture, which is, it's about being compassionate too. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's not about, finding necessarily the cure to cancer, but, going about it the way that, can help the most people, I guess. And, like for me, I'm very, shit, pardon my language, shoot.
Now I have to block you.
Shoot. Oh, shucks. Darn.
You're going to have one less follower tomorrow.
I know. So, shoot, I have a degree. I have a master's level degree in accounting and then a master's in business administration, and all of these whatever licenses and certificates and blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Literally, like, it's cool and it's great. And my parents are really proud of me and everything. But at the end of the day, I want to change the world, and I think that a lot of students are very similar to me in that sense. Like they want to do something that's meaningful and that fulfills their passion, and that makes them feel like they can wake up that morning and like go to work and be proud of what they do and all these things. So, I don't know about you, Michelle, you went to UM, right? You went to University of Michigan. Shout out Ann Arbor.
Go blue, yeah.
What is it? Go blue.
Go blue, yeah.
Go blue. Whoop, whoop. How do you feel about Harbaugh?
Hey, I have to go back a little.
Yeah.
So, okay. Do you remember your Clifton strengths? What your top 10 are?
I don't remember my top 10, but I remember my top 5. Yes.
Okay, where does significance fall? It's in your
Signi-
top 10, I'm pretty sure.
Significance is, I think it's in my top 5, right? Isn't that like number 3? Or
I don't remember. I don't look at that. But that is what you're talking about. Basically, leaving your mark, doing something to change the world. That's your significance.
Got it. Okay.
So not everybody's going to feel that way. I mean, there's a lot of people who do, but just a point, that's one of your strengths. And that's one of the things that drives you.
Got it.
And what else I want to say about that, and I know my son's not watching. I talk about him. Well, I talk about all my kids a lot. They know
You talk
that.
about all your kids.
I talk about my kids. They're like, why are you talking? I tell everybody everything. So, open book. Anyhow, when we talk about college and how you need a degree, I think the world's changing, and I'm hoping that the world is changing, because it used to be about the degree. Now everybody has at least a bachelor's, so now you need a master's, right? Because everybody has a bachelor's. Pretty soon everybody's going to have a master's. You're going to need a doctorate. So you think you're broke now,
I don't
right?
want to get a doctorate. Yeah.
Right. So anyhow, and what you talked about, I'm big on purpose also, because that's what I coach for, to help people find their purpose. And if you do that and you think about what's right with you and what you do best, then you can find a career that won't be something that you can do and get great joy from, which will make work a lot easier, because it won't be work. But the bigger point I'm getting at is college is not for everyone.
Right.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah.
Because we have people who like to learn just for the sake of learning. We have people who have struggles with learning, but it doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
No.
My son,
through college,
very intelligent young man. He was a handful to raise. When it was time for him to go to college, we knew it was sink or swim, and he sunk. The first year, he failed both semesters. So he did have some loans that he had to take out, because we're not made of money and we couldn't afford college for him. But he did that. He got out, he worked, and then he came home one day and said, I'm going to join the Navy. So I start researching everything, because I'm freaking out, because he never talked to us about it before, right? He tested very highly on the ASVAB. And
I love the ASVAB. I crushed the ASVAB when I was in high school.
He crushed it so bad that they wanted him to go into the nuclear program. And what they do is they dangle that little green carrot, the dollars. You get bonuses. You get a sign-on bonus. You get you get huge bonus. When they need you for a program, you get extra bonuses.
Okay.
Yes. So this program is so hard. Well, he had to sign for 6 years, because he had to have 2 years of schooling. Mm-hmm. Okay. 2 years of schooling when he couldn't have college. So I was down there talking to the chief at the recruiter's office. Because I'm worried about
going in the Army.
Navy.
No, sorry. My grandpa would kill me.
Yeah, my dad's former Army, but
got it.
Anyway, so I was concerned, because you knew it was going to be hard, and they don't understand. I'm going to say they didn't understand my child like I did, because I raised him, but he was determined. He's also has significance in his top 5. So
okay,
yeah. He went in this program that was so difficult that young men, because you have to be 18, and the moms that are like, my little boy, I'm like, no, he's not a little boy anymore. He's in the service. It's not like when you go to college and you can contact them and have them sign away so you can get their grades. When they're in the military, you get nothing.
No, yeah, I heard they take your. So my best friend in high school went to this Naval Academy. I heard they take away your phone and like.
Let me tell you, they take away your phone. If you have glasses, they take those away. They refit you for glasses.
Yeah, you had to wear these like thick navy glasses. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you look
But
like a nerd.
what they do is you put all your belongings, the cell phone, they would take apart and stick them in the shoes. And I literally got a box in the mail with my son's name on it, with all his belongings. There is no feeling like that, except, I mean, to me, that's what you get when someone dies.
I was gonna say that kind of made my like heart, my stomach drop
Yeah.
there for a second.
Yeah, I cried, but I lived through it.
Yeah.
And then when he graduated, he got his phone back, and then as soon as he could, he upgraded, but to a better phone.
You got the new
But
iPhone 11, right? iPhone 11.
no, he's Samsung. He's Android.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Anyhow, he went through this program, this 2-year education where young men who went to college for engineering degrees could not hack the program. Because, a lot of times these kids go to these schools and they're so smart, they don't have to study. It's just easy.
Yeah.
Then they get into this program that's super fast paced and they couldn't hack it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know how to study. They weren't used to failing. My son knew he had to work his butt off. But one of the things that the military afforded him that it was hard for him to get in regular school, he went through one program that was very good for him. But they have, you go to class and you have set study hours. You have to maintain a certain average. You don't maintain that average, you have mandatory more study hours. So your incentive for passing is how much studying you want to do. Study good the first time and you don't get additional hours.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a program, there were kids, young men killing themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of disappointing their family and being. It is really horrible, the stories that we heard. I had another young man that I knew that went in and he didn't hack it, and he was kind of estranged from his parents. They had some family difficulties, so we were kind of there for him. And the day he got separated, he called. And actually, I missed his call because you don't know where it's coming from. So when he called back, he was so upset. And all he could think about is that he let us down. And that's how much pressure. And they are, when they're 18 or 20, they're really boys. They haven't lived life.
Yeah.
And then and there's girls too.
I considered me a boy till I was 25, and I'm still even a kid. Let's be real. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really hard.
Yeah.
He did well. He was not at the top of his class. He wasn't at the bottom of his class. He actually, I think the rate that they wanted, of course, he wanted the highest paying because he wanted money. They put him for the middle. It was the second hardest program in that nuclear program. And he's out. He thought about going career, but he married his high school sweetheart, which is fun to plan a wedding when you're in the military. If they had a church wedding, they were able to do it the right way. And then he had his first daughter. He was on a sub. He was on the short, I think it's called the boomer, the shorter one that the most they'll go out is for 6 months, 4 or 6 months. He never had to go that long. He was supposed to be deployed when she was due. She came early, so he got to see her be born before he went out. So that was good.
Good.
So after he had the first child, he knew he didn't want to make it career because then he would be able to spend the time with his kids.
Is he still serving in 6 years right now?
He got out this year in May. He got out and landed a great job. He's an electrician. They do not license you, and you don't have the credentials to be licensed. You actually have to, I think, take the test and all that. But they have more than the knowledge.
Oh yeah, you're nuclear engineering son. Yes, he's
So he's got a killer job with a killer company that values their employees. They have employees that have been there still 30 years or so. I think the shortest one was probably 10 years when he got the job.
Yeah.
They'll work from home. They'll work with you. Family oriented. Yeah, I'm pro military. It was hard.
Oh yeah, my godfather was a U.S. Marine, so like and my grandpa was in the Navy, and then my other grandpa had a Purple Heart, my dad's dad, in the U.S. Army. So like for me, like I have three role models that basically were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like, literally, like because I didn't serve or my dad didn't serve, like they're kind of like they kind of look at me a little differently. But like, I mean, I'm kind of a wuss, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know if I'd be able to do what your son does. Maybe if they need accountants in the military, I don't know if they need accountants, but
Well,
like,
they need a lot of stuff. I
yeah.
mean, people go in to be chefs.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, they do that. So
Oh,
there's a lot of things. But the real point is that we're all individuals and we need
right,
to find what's right for us. And our
right.
society has really put everybody in the same box. You need to do
Yeah,
this, you need to do this. And that's really
that's
not what
not
it
right.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
cool,
yeah. I mean
cool.
that's yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. I was like enthralled and captivated in that whole thing. That was awesome.
All kinds of stories for him. Yeah. I said,
Yeah.
I'll tell anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you like the specifics because he did tell me. No,
That's
my
right.
brother works for Lockheed, and like he's just full disclosure, he's a nuclear engineer in there, and he actually creates. He doesn't do nukes, but he does the F-15s and like drone stuff. So he can't talk about what he does.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I'm always like, dude, like I could never fly a drone, like even if it's an independent contractor, like, cause he literally can fly drones. And I'm like, cause he's trying to get his pilot license now too. Cause his wife wants him to become a pilot. Cause it's like, you get a little bit less, it's funny. So he gets more freedom if he becomes a pilot than he does like working as an independent contractor for the military. Which is weird because I'm like, wait, like, are you working for the military? And he's like, well, technically no, but like kind of. Like he has to get like his P has to get tested every 3 months, like all these things, and like he can't do certain things. He gets background checks and stuff, and I'm just like, I could never do that. But I also have never been through basic training, and like I could never have that like tell me what to do person yelling at me, because I just would be like, I'd probably freak out and have a panic attack, to be honest. So I commend your son, Michelle. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Well, so for bragging, my oldest daughter won her first felony case.
Hey, whoop, whoop, whoop. Wait, defender or attorney, or
she's an attorney. She's a public defender.
Public defender. That's amazing.
Yes. I want to say more, but I don't think I can, and she would be mad at me. But I did have her on a live a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you did? What?
Yes.
Send me that link.
Yes.
I want to see that.
Go to my profile and look at my posts.
You're gonna make me scroll.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Gosh, whatever.
Whatever. She was a good sport. It was an impromptu.
Does she have a LinkedIn or no? Most lawyers, like, I feel like
she has a LinkedIn, but because she's a public defender, I said, I'm going to tag you in it. She said, no.
Yeah, they get so mad. I have cop friends that don't have LinkedIns, they don't have Facebook profiles, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
I'm not going to connect with anyone, and all I could say is that she's in Texas. Of course, I knew you can't say the town, and but we just asked her some questions about her journey. So she was a good sport.
Oh,
but it was weird. Yeah, well, we had issues because, like I said, it was impromptu, and we were in her little 1-bedroom apartment, and so she was sitting at the same table, so we had a lot of echo. But it was fun.
Yeah, I can relate to that little 1-bedroom apartment. I just got one, so it's fun. It is fun.
Yeah. So the third thing is professional development on social media.
Yes.
Talk about.
Yeah. So, I mean, gosh, for me, that's what social media is all about. It's about professional development, right? And I don't really. I think I just threw that one out there. I was like, this sounds cool.
Everybody, DM Ryan and ask him about professional development on social media.
Yeah, no, I honestly, to be honest, I think being your unprofessional self sometimes helps. Um, so
You can be professionally personable.
yes, that's a better way to put it. Professionally personable, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
always be professional, right? Always be professional, but be professionally personable. I like that a lot.
Good.
Because at the end of the day, like, don't be boring, right? Like, you can
Hmm.
be yourself, be authentic, be unique, right? Like, be real, right?
Be you.
Be
Yeah.
you. No, I'm seriously, be you. Like, I'm weird. You know what I mean? Like,
We
I
know.
stutter sometimes, I'm dyslexic, so when I write posts, I get typo comment or messages all the time from people saying, like, it's your, not your. And I'm like, really? My motivational post, you got that out of it? Like, the
You
your
better
versus your?
you
Like,
better rethink your content. Yeah.
I know, right? I'm like, okay, I suck at writing. Sorry. Like, but like, at the end of the day, like, it's me. I'm real. You know what I mean? Like, I make mistakes and I own those mistakes. And I develop myself professionally in a way that is my own brand and is my own, like, kind of self. And I think that, like, social media should be about that, and sorry, my AirPods keep listening to me, and it's like they're literally should be asleep. I don't know what they're doing.
Tell them to go to sleep.
I
We'll
know.
watch
I need
it.
to start talking to Siri. Hey Siri, shut off. I'm talking to the robots now. Uh, there's no one in my house, guys. It's just Ryan here. Trust me. But yeah. Yeah. Does that kind of answer? So I mean, professional development. On social media, I don't know about Facebook because I'm not on Facebook as much. But actually, question: are we live on Facebook right now, Michelle?
We are. We're
Oh,
live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Are you not on Twitter yet? Periscope?
No.
Ouch! You're like, no.
I only have so many hours in the day. I'm having a hard time keeping up. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
I like multiple, so I could do it once, and it's everywhere.
Yeah, I know. That's what I like about StreamYard. You can go live on eight different channels at once, right? It's nice.
Yeah, three's enough. I'm good with 3.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It helps with your bandwidth too and your connection, right? Like, and
Oh yeah, definitely. And well, and now I guess Instagram and Facebook work together.
Facebook owns Instagram, yeah.
And I got a notice on my Pages app today that now it's going to be called Business Suite or something, so that you can manage your Instagram and Facebook from that app.
Yeah, so it's called Workplace. There's Workplace, Facebook for Workplace for Facebook. But yeah, Business Suite. I need to look into that. I'm right.
I think that's what it said. I think that's what it said when I
Sweet.
opened it.
It's funny. I have my own Facebook business page, and it's literally me and my like 3 Facebook accounts. So it's just me and me and me.
Ah.
And Facebook has banned me multiple times because apparently you're not allowed to create more than one Facebook because that's against the rules. So guess what?
Because that's the real Ryan.
What?
And who's the real Ryan if you have multiple?
I'm the real Ryan. I can make 3 personalities of myself. What? There's Ryan Noble, and there's Ryan Noble Ceccarelli.
Yeah, we know.
It's funny. I'm friends with a lot of entertainers, and they have alter egos. You know what I mean? Like, they have like basically like their rapper personality, and then they're like their real personality. And I'm like, who am I getting today? Like, am I getting like Mr. So-and-so, or am I getting so-and-so? Like, and they're always like, yo, bro, you're getting this person. I'm like, okay, like, sounds good. But you said Business Suite is what it's called?
I think that's what it said. It's business something like that.
for Facebook and Instagram. I'm just gonna put for FB and Insta.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I have the Pages app, and when I opened the
Me too.
Pages app today, it gave me that notice.
Got
Business something.
I should
Anywho,
probably update my app. To be honest, I don't update my phones enough, so
that's how I got LinkedIn Stories, because I updated the app because one of my connections said, well, Shreyas told me you should update your app.
Yeah, Shreyas seems like he's pretty technologically savvy, to be honest.
Shreyas is awesome. So he definitely complements all my non-strengths, my challenges. So
we call those opportunities, actually.
Yes. Sometimes they're quite a challenge for me. So
yeah, I feel
he's on the ball there.
Cool.
Yeah. So you do marketing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
Do you know what my degree? You know what my degree is in?
I know marketing. I know, and you went to UM, so like you're a pretty smart cookie. Shit.
Yeah, but I never had a career in marketing, so anyway.
Okay, if you ask me questions, I'm going to be nervous. Just saying.
So, if someone was to engage in a business contract for you for marketing, what do you offer?
Oh gosh,
Come on, promote yourself.
I know, right? So I offer services to manage your brand, to manage your social media pages, and to manage your search engine optimization and search engine marketing, right? So I like to basically help people. If you get your name Googled or your business name Googled on Google, if it's Googled on Google, then I will promote you positively. And I mean, like you Googled me right beforehand, you know, like you saw all the different websites I'm on. And that's kind of why I created a podcast in the first place, is because I really like hearing my own voice. No, I'm kidding.
You like talking. We know. That's why.
I like jibbing and jabbing too, you know. I like jokes. Just jokes, folks. Just jokes. But yeah.
DM him your jokes. There you go. You're gonna have
DM me your jokes and I will promote the crap out of them. See, my goal isn't to be Jimmy Fallon, it's to be Jimmy Fallon's writer.
Now what about Mark Mason?
Who?
You know who he is? Mark Mason?
Yeah, Mark Mason's amazing. I love him. Comedian.
He's a jokester. Yeah.
He's incredible. He's an actual stand-up comedian though. Right?
Is he the guy on LinkedIn?
Wait, Mark Mason? Mark Mason?
Isn't that his name?
Okay, where's my mouse? Let me look him up on my LinkedIn. I have my second screen up. Mark Mason. Oh yeah, the hard guy. Wait, cybersecurity?
I don't know. It wasn't a comedian, but he posts jokes all the time.
May the jokes be with you, Mark. And it's literally a picture of.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right then, doesn't it?
The reason I've studied so much is I've been a career for my son who has autism and Tourette's. It's been a full-time job. Yes, I love this guy already. He's my first level connection, so I don't know. What wears glasses, slippers, and waits 4 times?
That's him. That is him.
Elephant. That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
He does it every day. Yeah.
Like, that's incredible. You're elephant. I love jokes, guys.
Good. Now you know where you can get some.
Hashtag humor. Oh my goodness.
Well, I think when I started seeing him, I think he was trying out his jokes, and he had to let people know that they were jokes, because you know how people are.
Yeah, people take jokes way too seriously.
Yeah.
It's just jokes.
And I don't think he ever posts anything offensive, but people are so sensitive nowadays.
People are so sensitive. It's like, dude, they're just comedians. And I have a podcast or a live event on Thursday with a comedian from New Jersey. I can't even say it in her accent, but like it's going to be incredible because like I love comedians. I love Joe Rogan. I love you know, other comedians. I can't even think of any right now. That's so bad. But no, yeah, I love comedy too because I feel like comedy is just like it's just for everyone, you know, like when shit hits the fan, laugh. You know what I
There
mean?
you
Like,
go. That's 2 strikes, Ryan.
oh God, I said the S word twice. Shoot.
I run a
Shucks.
clean show here.
Shucks. You're gonna have to put the little explicit sign next to your show. It's funny.
It's gonna ban you.
I know, right? You're just gonna block me, and I'm never gonna see your content again. No, so so the podcast I run. So my 14th episode that I ran, it got marked by iTunes as explicit. I was like, I did not cuss. I did not cuss. This is a clean.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you go back and listen?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what I said, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed, but it's marked as explicit. It got the little E, explicit.
So how many times do you do that and they kick you off, or are you just marked like that so other people can't hear it?
It's just one episode that got marked like that. So basically, I think if you get marked like that for the episode, you have to like if a child listens, because to be honest, I preface all my shows not for like on YouTube, not for children.
Beware.
Yeah, just not for
Beware,
children.
Ryan's on. Yeah,
I know, right? I mean, to be honest, like LinkedIn isn't for kids. You know what I mean? Like it's not for. I think it's like 14 and up or something, which is fair. That's when I got my first job, or my first technical job was when I was 12. I was an umpire, which is hilarious because the people were my age. The kids were literally my age. But like and the adults got so mad at me. Oh my gosh. They would yell at me all the time as an umpire. That was the weirdest job I've ever had. I was like a kid. My dad would come watch games sometimes and would stick up for me and be like, just a kid. Like, shut up. Like, I'm like, Dad, I can handle myself, Dad. And then like would yell at the like guy as a 12-year-old. Like 5 feet tall. Like, anyways. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you another question about marketing.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So you talked about brand management. So are you looking for your clients to already have a brand that you can work with, or do you help them create a brand?
A little bit of both. You know, like I think that you have to cultivate and grow your own brand first. And then, yeah, I know, right? You have to cultivate and thrive your own brand. Yeah, I just made that up.
Yeah. Okay. It's right above your head.
Yeah. Yeah, I made this up. Or
other side. There you go.
There you go. That's mine.
Or right here. Yeah. Yeah. Right here.
That is literally mine. No, so I mean, yeah, like I think that like first, so I will never create your brand for you ever. So if you expect that from me, sorry, not doing it. Because I think that like that is a personal thing, and it's one of those things too where like I'm not going to do your job for you. You know what I mean? Like a lot of self-marketing or a lot of like self-improvement and professional development is creating your own sense of purpose and your own self. So for me, like, you know, I will help you grow a brand, which is probably something that you know by now. Hopefully, if you're a professional adult and you're grown up and you're on LinkedIn or on whatever social media site, and you know you're trying to grow, you know what I mean? Like your own brand and your own message is probably the most important. And then for me, I help you kind of grow as a person and grow. I mean, it's hard because I don't have any certifications like you, Michele. Like you're certified Gallup strengths coach. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that. And I don't want to say like I'm a coach because I feel like there are a lot of coaches I've had in my life that have been like literal coaches, like they have
Mm.
like degrees in or like, you know, certifications or licenses. And I'm like, I don't have that. But I will be your marketing coach. I'll be your marketing, you know,
Mhm.
I'll be your, and I'm not afraid to say this, I'll be your marketing cheerleader. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. My cousin was a male cheerleader for 4 years at UCLA, and he actually got his PhD from University of Michigan. And you know what I mean? Like his name's Jacob Ceccarelli, and he's one of the most smartest people I ever met. Most smartest people I ever met. You know what I mean? Like great grammar right there, Ryan. Most smartest people I've ever met. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And guess what? He's not, you know, he doesn't have any, like he's not gay or, you know, like he's just male
There's
cheerleader.
nothing wrong with being gay.
There's nothing wrong with being gay at all.
Hey.
To be honest,
Now you're like at 2.5 strikes.
I know, right? I love gay people, to be honest, you know.
Okay, now here comes the DMs.
Yes, I know, right? Now I'm gonna get all the DMs. All the DMs.
More winky faces and kiss emojis. Yeah.
Yes. Jesus, what did I just do?
Now you're using Jesus' name in vain.
Sorry.
Ryan.
I said Jesus. Like G's. G-easy. Us.
Okay.
My mom would backhand me right now. So.
Yeah, she needs to. I'll message her.
Yeah. Don't message her. Don't message my mom, please. She's
I'm
on
gonna
LinkedIn.
message her. I'm gonna tell her. Did you see your son cussing and swearing and using Jesus' name in vain?
Oh, my dad is gonna kill me. Anyways, yeah. So I know it's late. It's like 8 o'clock
It's
where
late.
you are.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I stay up past 8.
Are you sure? Because I go to bed at 9:30. So.
Well, I won't tell. Is there one last message you'd like to get out to anybody who might watch the replay and the 3 people that are still hanging with us? We appreciate you for being here.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, I would say, you know, my motto is to connect, inspire, engage, and grow. So, you know, first step is to connect with your audience. Second step is to inspire others. Third step is to engage with your audience and engage with, you know, everyone, to be honest. And the last step is personal. You grow, right? Like, and I don't have steps at all. I just made that up on the spot. But, you know, at the end of the day,
write it down.
Write it down. Connect, inspire, engage, and grow. Yeah. So, I mean, my message, would be keep following awesome people like Michele. Michelle's a great person. She is, you know, here to stay. And at the end of the day, she is someone that can absolutely be your strengths coach. Like, she will help you. She will literally help you change your life for the positive. And that's my message. My message is like, you know, cultivate and thrive with Michele, because Michele,
that's the right way to use it.
Yes. Michele Gunn helped me seriously grow to the person I am today. So shout out to Michele and her amazing personality and her amazing message in everything she does. And thank you so much, Michele, for having me on live. I so appreciate you, and I so appreciate your, you know, your following and everything you've done on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much. That's very nice. I'm going to do one more plug. The second episode of Get Set to Thrive podcast was released today. So if you are listening or watching the replay, you can get it on Apple, Spotify, Google, and a bunch of other places.
Yeah. There you go, Michele. Whoop, whoop. There you go. I love that.
All right. So good night, everyone. And thank you so much for joining me for an hour and a half, Ryan.
Woo! Let's go. Bye, Michele. Bye, everyone. Bye. Appreciate you.